Good evening, boys and girls, and welcome to a spooky episode of The Creator's Kitchen. I think we all know the song. Dance with me head. I was walking through the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. For a monster from the slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise,
Did the mash,
it did the monster mash.
the monster mash,
It was a graveyard smash.
it was a bash.
He did it on in a flash.
He did the mash.
He did the monster mash.
Wow.
From the laboratory in the castle east to the master bedroom where the vampires feast. The ghouls all came from their humble abode to get a jolt from my electrode.
He did the mash,
They did the monster mash.
the monster mash.
It was a graveyard smash.
It caught on the flash.
It didn't go on in a flash.
They did the mash.
Oh, they did the monster mash. The zombies were having fun. The party had just begun. The guests included Wolfman, Dracula, and this floating head.
Oh.
He did the mash. He was rocking. All digging were sound. Igor on the chains, backed by his breaking hound. The coffin bangers about to rise with their vocal group, the Crypt Creeper Fly.
They played the mash,
They played the monster
the
mash.
monster mash,
It was a graveyard smash.
the bash,
It cut on in a flash.
the monster mash.
They played the monster mash.
Oh.
From the house of his coffin, Jack's voice rang. Seems he was troubled by just one thing. He shook his fist. He said, whatever happened to the Transylvania twist?
The mash,
It's now the monster mash.
the monster mash.
And it's a graveyard
They
smash.
caught on the flash.
It caught on in a flash.
It's now the mash.
It's now the monster mash. That's all the best. And my monster mash is the hit of all the land. For you, the living, this mash is meant to. When the dog is something more sensu. And then you got the monster mash.
Okay.
Woo! Thank you to the floating.
Thank you for having me on the show. Thank you.
Thank you for coming. The floating head, everybody. Woo!
Come, boys and girls, coming close. We don't have long before the next episode of The Creator's Kitchen. In a time of ghouls and goblins, we can never be too careful. On that note, I must depart. This is The Creator's Kitchen.
Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to my house. I got a beautiful house today. We're shooting on site at my actual house today. I don't think anybody believes that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful morning, boys and girls. I hope you are all doing well. We are beginning our transformation into Halloween today. The next episode you are going to see is our second annual Halloween episode. Imagine that, second annual Halloween episode. And we're going to have a few guests, a few live guests, and maybe if we're not careful, we're going to have some dead guests as well. Ooh, I think we already had a little dead guest. Let's meet him here. Let's see if our little dead guest will stop by and pay us a visit. Now, boys and girls, he may look frightening, but he's friendly. He's like Cousin It from the Addams Family. I think here he comes, like him coming down. His name is Gerard. His name is Gerard the Floating Head. Hi, Gerard. Nice to see you there, buddy. Thanks, Gerard. Thank you for coming, Gerard. I think Gerard was having some issues there. Boys and girls, I am going to take you on a trip to fall today. We're going to go on a lovely walk in the autumn woods where the trees are changing colors to their beautiful, beautiful burnt orange. And for me, When I think of fall, October, Thanksgiving-esque flavors, I think of caramel. And boys and girls, today I'm going to teach you how to, number one, make it. Gerald, how could you? I think Gerald's starting to get out of hand now. He's getting angry with me. I think our set's haunted. I think our set's haunted. I'm going to teach you boys and girls to make two things today. First of all, I'm going to teach you boys and girls, hi Gerald again, how to make a beautiful caramel sauce. And then I'm going to teach you boys and girls how to transform that caramel sauce into a beautiful fluffy mousse. Gerald, do you want to say anything?
No, just thank you for having me on the show. It's a pleasure.
You're welcome, Gerald. Just don't haunt me while I sleep this time, okay? Last time that was a bit strange.
Okay, sounds good.
So, boys and girls, you may be asking yourself, how do you make a caramel? So, what you want to do is you want to take a good amount of butter. I used around 4 tablespoons. You want to melt that in a pot of your choice. Once it gets all nice, good, and melty, you want to add it's very important to use brown sugar, boys and girls, brown sugar. You may be asking yourselves now, what is the difference between brown sugar and white sugar? The difference is molasses. It has an agent called molasses in it. It's another sweet type agent. It's found a lot in barbecue sauces, and that's what gives it its brown coloring. So you want to add the brown sugar to your butter mixture and let that combine with itself for a bit. And you want to be creative here. I made a apple caramel. So I put a bit of apple cider into that, a bit of ginger powder, and then you could do this if you like. You can put a bit of salt in your caramel as well. Because salt specifically, in things like caramel and chocolate, they go very well together. I feel some kind of thing going up and down my spine. Things are crazy on the set today, boys and girls. You never know what's going to happen on a creator's kitchen. Pumpkins are flying everywhere. We got a floating head. It's a mess.
Mr. Baxton, is Gerald here? And I'm looking in the fridge right now.
Actually, while checking in the fridge, I think we have some mousse in the fridge. So let's get out the mousse.
I see pumpkin spice creamer. I see an orange.
Orange.
I see
Look for
water.
mousse. It should be in a big plastic bowl.
I see something that looks like brains.
Brains?
Some grits.
No, grits, bring it over here. Let me see. Okay, Lurch. Okay, let's see this. Oh, boys and girls, it looks like there was an issue with the mousse. You know what? I think I have the fix for this. Look at this, boys and girls. I mean, it's something. It looks like something that you see in a look at Jiggles. Ooh, ooh. Boys and girls, but not to worry. I think I know what happens here. Sometimes when you add things to heavy cream, when you make mousse, you add whatever ingredients you want it to taste like, and you add it into heavy cream, and you whip it until it get. Okay, I think it's the ghost again. The ghost is making a mockery of my show today. I think we might be able to fix this. I know just the spell. We might be seeing a bit of magic. But before we fix this, I want to bring on a guest. Not you, Gerald. Gerald.
Hello.
We all love you, we all love having you on the show, but
Hello. Thank you for having me today, Baxton.
we actually want a different guest.
It's been an honor.
Do we have a different guest today? Okay, I'm gonna do a bit of magic for you. We're gonna summon somebody.
You ready, kids?
I summon you. chef the chef, cook the cook. I summon thou Chef Martin! Wow, boys and girls! Boom. So, what do you think about this? How did this turn out? Doesn't this look lovely? Boys and girls, let me be the first to tell you, cooking is not precise. There are times when a recipe that you're cooking doesn't turn out the way you need it to. And that's just life. Life sometimes isn't going to turn out the right way.
Life
Well,
sucks.
I wouldn't go that far. But what you can do, boys and girls, is you can take what you're given and try to fix it. And I think I know exactly how we're going to fix this. But before we do that, boys and girls, let's talk a bit about Halloween. What's a good Halloween memory that you have, Chef Martin?
It's kind of a cheesy one, but it's kind of fun at the same time.
Shoot.
Just having a nice night, watching Halloween on Halloween, and then they're just passing out candy.
That sounds lovely. Can I just tell you, Josh, you sound like a lot like a ghost that's been haunting us today. Did you know that?
Thank you. Oh, Jesus. Thank you.
I think Josh had a voice crack. Thank you. Yeah, but so it's been you who's been throwing the pumpkins, hasn't it?
No.
Okay, but we all have our favorite memories. My favorite Halloween memory, funny enough, I was not really a part of. It's just one of my favorite Halloween stories that I heard about. So, long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, it was my dad. And a neighbor of his was going. I think we got some people laughing back there. And a neighbor of his was going away for Halloween, and they asked him, please tell the children there's candy in the pumpkin if they see them pass my house. And they passed his house, and he saw them passing. My dad, like a maniac, runs out of his house and starts yelling, there's pumpkin in the candy! There's pumpkin in the candy! He was meant to be saying there's candy in the pumpkin. The kids heard him wrong, and he thought they were saying there's something in the candy. So they all started to run away frantically from the house. On that note, please, boys and girls, while you are trick-or-treating, use common sense. If you get a candy bar from your neighbor and it's pre-opened, don't eat it. But I do believe, boys and girls, it's time for a bit of magic. Here we go. You just gotta believe you can do it. Alakazam. Alakaboom. I turned you into caramel mousse! Josh, you feeling okay?
Yeah. What's up?
Who's your new friend?
Huh?
Who's your new friend?
Yeah, I brought in my wife today, Mrs. Floating Head.
Hello, Mrs. Floating Head. It's very nice to meet you.
Yeah, say nice. Yeah, say nice to her. Say hi to her.
Say nice to her. Nice. And look what we have now. We have beautiful caramel mousse. But I think some ghosts are playing some tricks on us. I have a different co-host now. A ghost has eaten majority of the candy corn and changed my clothes somehow. I don't know how. Mrs. Floating Head, are you ready to try?
I'm ready.
All righty. We are going to try some of this beautiful, beautiful caramel mousse. Let me tell you, boys and girls, this is not just a treat for the Halloween season. This will be a fun treat for November, the time of giving. What's your favorite? Do you have a mic? Josh!
What was that you're cooking?
We need a mic. She doesn't have a mic.
Because I'm the voice of the floaty head. What is that you're cooking?
Even the voice of the floating head has changed, boys and girls. There's some tomfoolery going around.
I struck puberty early.
Huh?
I struck puberty early. My voice changed overnight. We're cooking with some wicked.
You struck puberty in the last minute.
What type of wicked mix we're mixing with? Boxing?
Caramel mousse.
Caramel mousse. Oh, wow.
Did you just turn British? Kennedy or Mrs. Floating Head, do you like candy corn?
No,
Do you want to just mousse like this?
I'll just do the mousse. Yeah.
And this time, I had spoons here 1 minute ago. It must have been the ghost. Our ghosts are messing with us now. Our spoons are disappearing. Our candy corn is gone. That's a travesty.
Just gonna try it. Here we go.
No.
Yeah.
We can get a spoon. Josh, let me tell you a bit about spoons, boys and girls. The history of spoons. In the beginning, and it looks like he's come right at the nick of time. Thank you, sir. And now we put a bit of garnish. Bap. It just kind of sinks to the bottom. And here we are. We have a bit of caramel mousse surprise.
Here we go.
Here we go.
1, 2, 3.
That's delicious.
Let's try some, everybody.
It's delicious. It's rich. It's smooth. It's airy. It's everything it needs to be. Now, boys and
How
girls.
is it with the candy corn?
Oh, it's delicious.
Does it make it more sweeter or?
Honestly, the candy corn doesn't do much for it. It's more of a texture type element.
So a bit of like crunchiness.
Chewiness.
Okay, chewiness.
But I want to take the time to tell you boys and girls and our honored guest a bit about mistakes. Early on, we saw that sometimes things in the kitchen do not turn out as expected. And that's okay. Cooking.
Boxing, can I try some? Put some in my mouth. Boxing.
Okay. Here comes the choo-choo train.
Boxing. I said put it in my mouth, not on my shirt.
So I apologize. I'll get it.
I think we have to go, man. Oh, you're taking my teeth out. It's like a new early trip to the dentist.
I'm gonna make Gerald look nice and pretty.
Can we just talk to the boys and girls next week?
Boys and girls, there's always plenty of chaos in the kitchen. You never know what's gonna happen. Please tune in next week for the Halloween Spooktacular.
And clean my face up. And clean my face up.
Do you hear that? Our time has come to an end. But do not fear, boys and girls, for I will see you again next week on a spooky episode of The Creator's Kitchen.